A lot of women are upholding the patriarchy these days, whether they think so or not, especially the ones who say they want protector provider men, because all a patriarchy is a system where men hold majority positions of power, which often means they make more money. And although the girls don't want that in society, right? They're like, I want to be equal to men, have the same money, opportunities, job, success. But in the dynamic of a relationship, that changes completely. They want a man who makes more than them. They want a man who pays for everything. They want a man who is assertive and is a leader and takes charge, so that way they can turn their brain off and just be a girl. That is a patriarchy, ma'am. You want a patriarchal relationship. And I don't even say that as a diss. Like, I don't think patriarchy is this big, bad boogeyman that the feminists are making it out to be. Nor do I think it needs to inherently be oppressive, right? Because then a matriarchy would also inherently be oppressive towards men. And I think both of those systems can exist without the oppression. Now, of course, humans are flawed, and we haven't found out a way to successfully do that other than our modern society that we have now. But now that we have this modern society, stop asking for the men to do all of the things. If you don't want them to have the power, don't ask them to spend the money. That only makes sense.
What is it with men these days? And I mean, women too. But you could be in the same room with a person that you're attracted to, that you want to talk to, and never even try to say hi. But then you'll go home, find their socials, find them on a dating app, and just think, yup, let me put a fire emoji on that post, that story. Instead of ever just saying a simple hi. I don't know. This generation it has no game. They don't know how to pick up women, because I much rather have an awkward hello in person than someone sliding into a DM, sending me unwarranted videos, or putting fire emojis with no words. Get it together. Let's grow up a little.
Take this one with a grain of salt. Real women do not go to clubs. I repeat, real women do not go to clubs. Only hoes do. You would never catch a woman who has a career or successful or a boss just in the club if it ain't business related or if it ain't money related. You're not going to find real women inside of an establishment that's open from 11 p.m. till 3 a.m. They might go out, but they do lounges, restaurants, events. You're not going to just catch a girl like that sitting in the section. You only hoes. So all that trying to find love in the club, that's why you only end up with hoes. Like only 304s, only the dirty, stinky, no goal, no nothing going on ass females is in the club after 12 a.m. I said it.
Trust me when I say that toxic feminism was the downfall for everybody. Nobody wants relationships anymore. And it's true. If you build yourself up to be a high quality man, all the women will want you. What makes a man a high quality man? A man that lives his true essence, that can be straight up to a woman. Women don't get mad, or at least some women do not get mad that you have a lot of women. They get mad that you do not tell the truth. They get mad when you do not tell the truth. But a high quality man will tell that woman straight up from the beginning. A low quality man will act like he's perfect. Will act like he's like the greatest man on earth. Fake confidence. Do you see the difference? There is real confidence and fake confidence.
Women want men to be in provide mode. But when we criticize, which is a form of emasculation, a man will retract from providing to protect. And if it's a direct attack, like on your character, you're just like your father. Now he's protecting himself. And that's what brings out the worst in men, when they're protecting themselves, because it overrides their compelling desire to protect others. They're the smallest version of themselves when they're protecting themselves. And they could shut down, right? They could withdraw, or they could attack. And women cause men to attack, and then we think that's who men are. Women cause men to withdraw, and we think, you ghosted me. right? We have all these accusations after we've caused it.
Modern dating sucks, and we absolutely ruined online dating because somehow we normalize in this society that it's completely okay to talk to 10 or 15 people at once. Like a broken record, you're saying the same to 10 people. Like, ooh, I just made a meal. Ooh, I just made a meal. Who gives a f? Now you have 10 pen pals that you're talking to, the same that you just copy paste, instead of having one person, maybe 2 people, okay, if you want to have the backup, that you're actually building a connection with. Like, what are you gonna do with these 10 people? They're not gonna become your partners. It's just a waste of time and energy. We ruined it. Online dating was a great idea, but as a society, we f***ed it up real bad.
What is wrong with modern dating nowadays?
Okay. So guys think that they don't have to like put effort or win women over. They just kind of expect traditional men, they would take you out on dates and, ask your parents out. But now it's just like, yo, you up?
Literally, they don't want to pay for anything. Like, excuse me? I agreed to go out with you.
Brokey.
Same thing they said, like, they just don't want to be like men anymore. I feel like men used to like build walls and like do shit. Like they used to go to war. Like,
Look at all these men down here. Like, you think that they're like gonna treat a woman right? No.
I think it's absolutely hilarious that modern women like to squawk, bring back men who plan dates and take care of women. Okay, cool. But before we do that, how about we bring back the women who deserve it? Because ladies, you do not get traditional benefits with modern behavior. You don't get chivalry without character. You don't get protection without loyalty. And you don't get provision without peace. Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. You see, back then when men planned dates and take care of women actually brought something to the table too. Hard to believe, I know. But apparently there's picture and video evidence of this if you can believe it. You see, ladies, back then the women weren't combative, entertaining backups, addicted to attention, and they did not test boundaries for fun. They were cooperative, supportive, loyal, and easy to deal with. Being around her made your life lighter, not heavier. That's why men invested, because women were worth it. But now, men having to deal with paying for everything, planning everything, and committing to everything while tolerating everything. And what does the man get in return? Attitude, ego, disrespect, other options, and you're being too controlling. That's not a relationship. That is a bad business deal. Men aren't stingy, ladies. We're just rational. If she's peaceful, loyal, feminine, and adds value to your life, a good man will plan dates, spend money, take care of her, and he would be more than happy to do it. But if she's high maintenance, argumentative, and exhausting, maybe she gets coffee, if she's lucky. Because investment follows return. Always has, always will. You want old-fashioned men? Cool. Be an old-fashioned woman. Otherwise, stop asking for queen treatment with concubine behavior. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to continue getting dating wisdom just like this.
So I made a video recently that you'll never meet a woman that takes the blame for a breakup. Of course, that ruffled some feathers with modern women because there's no accountability. And I want you guys to check out this video, which proves that modern women lack accountability. So watch this video.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came in as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable?
And I think Janice was talking about, just a matriarchy and a patriarchy, and a patriarchy not being inherently oppressive to women, and the matriarchy not having to be inherently oppressive to men. I honestly don't think, and I appreciate her thoughts on this, but I honestly don't think that it would matter. The matriarchy would or could be oppressive. Because if a man gets tired of it, a man has the ability to change his environment. So if a man actually gets tired of what's going on, a man can flip and overthrow that matriarchy if he really actually wants to. But for a lot of men, if you're giving them the benefit, and this is what men keep on trying to tell you, if you're giving me a benefit that I can live with, then I'm not really going to cause any problems. And that's the reason why men are checking out. That's why men are not making any commitments today. You're wondering why men are checking out of relationships and marriage. There's no benefit. I keep on telling you the answer to your issue. I'm not going along with what you say. I'm not doing what you want me to do because there's no benefit to me at all. Well, you should do it out of the kindness of your heart. No, I shouldn't. Not if I'm in a relationship. We're in a relationship because we do things for each other. Are you slow?
Modern day marriage often asks men to take the biggest risk with the fewest protections. Men are expected to provide, protect, work longer hours, and carry financial responsibility. Yet when a marriage ends, they're often told they should be grateful for every other weekend with their children while dividing assets they've spent years building. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership. Why do so many men feel like they're signing a contract where the consequences are far greater for them than the reward? Before attacking the question, ask yourself why so many men are choosing not to get married at all. And let's not dismiss the fact that most women put men in celibate relationships not long after the marriage. Men aren't happy in marriages, in modern day marriages. So if you have a really good man and he is skeptical about getting married, this is why. Let me know in the comments below if I got it right.
Clear to see why women don't like dating short men. I didn't understand it at first, but now I see it. Imagine taking that woman out on a date, right? And she look over there and you doing this right here. Say, grown ass man, you ordering food and swinging your feet at the same damn time because your feet can't touch the ground. I understand y'all short men ain't got no control over y'all height. Y'all just born like that. But you gotta look at it from a woman's perspective. 5'11", 6 feet on a good day, right? If I was short, under 5'5", and I'm taking my woman out to eat, I'm picking a spot where I know my feet gonna touch the ground. Ain't it simple? Imagine she tell you change the light bulb up here. You can't do this right here. Imagine taking your girl out on a date and you driving to the steering wheel like this right here. You up this damn close. Just mess with y'all, man. How y'all day going? Everybody day going good today. How everybody doing today? Today we're gonna have a good, productive day. We're gonna keep our mouth closed and we're gonna enjoy life.
Women want to carry themselves this way and still expect the 40-year relationship that their grandparents had. Women treat men like this and still expect that old school love they desire. The reason why most of our grandparents stayed together for decades is because roles existed. Men led, men provided direction and stability, and women nurtured the home and brought peace. They trusted the man's leadership of the home. There was polarity. Just like a magnet, there is negative and positive, while in this case there is feminine and masculine. Nowadays, too many women do not know their roles. And then they wonder why they feel exhausted, stressed, and unsatisfied. You feel like the man in the relationship because you keep trying to lead. And two captains cannot steer one ship. Long-term attraction comes from polarity, where the feminine inspires the masculine and the masculine protects the feminine. It's having trust, it's being receptive. It's allowing men to lead without punishing him for it. If you want to keep a masculine man, you have to let him be one. And be the lady that you know you can be. Be nurturing, be receptive. Stop trying to compete with your partner, because when both people stay in their roles, as we can see, love lasts.
Men will be like, I'm not paying for dinner, and I'm like, okay.
And now we are going to hear some of the irrational reasons why some women think that men are obligated to pay for the first date.
I had Botox this week. It was $440.
What? Just why?
I had a session with my trainer. I pay her $330 a month.
I wonder if they're aware that not only do some gym memberships cost a lot less than that, but a person can actually work out all by themselves for free.
I got my nails done this morning. That was $150.
I'm sorry, but remind me when the last time a guy worth any woman's time ever said that he would have gone out with her, except for her nails weren't perfect.
My hair is another $250. I've spent over $1,000 maintaining my appearance this week. They can pay for dinner, ladies.
Somehow, I have a feeling that they would have spent that money on themselves, whether there was going to be a man in the picture or not. It is not a man's responsibility to pay for a woman's personal vanity.
We seriously need to bring back traditional values in this country, and I think it's so disgusting how many single men there are over the age of 30, not even 30, like 35, 40, doing what? Working a job, slaving away to the government, giving into capitalism, and they think that's what matters. What truly matters is finding love and building a family. The idea that these men could...
You know, we actually did that. We tried. Unfortunately, just nothing was good enough. The houses weren't good enough. The lifestyle wasn't good enough. And so, you know what I mean? It didn't matter how traditional you want to be. You know, we try to do the whole family thing. We try to, you know, have kids and have family and do all that jazz. And it just never worked out, you know, because we live in a society now where nothing's good enough. Yeah. Go figure. So now we'll go work our jobs. We'll make our monies. And we're going to go do like what you said in the video. We're going to go golfing. We're going to play video games. Stay in our houses. Go to the gym. Travel. We're going to go do all those things because... you know what I mean? We tried. We're not desirable. So we're going to eat our fruit. And, yeah. So keep up the good work.
Is that one of the reasons that men are saying, I'm tired of being the gentleman, tired of planning the date, is because a bunch of y'all women are ingrates, right? Let's just be honest. You took advantage of these guys. You weren't there for the right reasons. You made the TikToks making fun of them. You've emasculated them. You've made them feel like crap. You know, no one's ever good enough for you. You're picky as all because you get a ton of attention online every day. So guys are like, you know what? Like, what is the cost benefit analysis here for me? Like the cost is here and the benefit is here. I'm done. So a lot of these guys are sitting back now and saying, you want to go out? I'm not planning. I'm not doing all this stuff because you're an ingrate. That's number one. So you have a lot of guys doing that with women like that. Now, granted, there are good women out there who are going to be respectful, kind, all of those things. But the problem is that the pool seems to be shrinking and then some, right? And what's displayed front and center across social media and across many of these big cities and across the nightlife and all that are these ingrate, nasty women that just have no appreciation, right? Do something nice to them, you get nothing in return.
Actually happened was that women got all the benefits of being masculine or the masculine world and did not have to take on any of the responsibilities that were associated with it, or very few of those responsibilities. Now, as men and women are finding it harder to get along and are pushing each other away from one another, women are learning the hard way that feminism lied to them, that there is a price to pay, and a lot of them are not willing to pay that price. And that's where we run into a problem, because then we have this class of women who want all of the benefits of being a woman in terms of being protected, but with none of the responsibilities of having to do their own protecting and providing for. And men at this stage in the game are no longer willing to sacrifice themselves for this protected, privileged class of humans. You know, with access to the ability to manage our physical urges through online resources, we'll call it, and AI girlfriends or whatever, you know, even though it's not an ideal set of circumstances, it's better than the alternative of having to take on the emotional burden of dealing with this adult child who wants all the benefits of being a grown-up, but without any of the responsibilities. And I know this is a generalization, and I'm not trying to say that all women are like that, but there's a lot of them like that. There's a lot of them like that. And my friend that I was up to last night until 2 o'clock in the morning, He's got one like that. He's got a woman who wants all the benefits. I mean, she's an adult child. She wants all the benefits, and she wants none, and I mean none, of the responsibilities that go along with it.
What does it mean when they say, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, I don't have time right now, but I'm fine with like friends with benefits or something casual?
That means that you don't qualify for a relationship commitment.
But it's rude though. They want everything a relationship has to offer, but no title, and you're not allowed to like see other people.
Yeah, you don't qualify for a relationship. You only qualify for zone. You only qualify to be smashed is what they telling you.
That's mean.
I mean,
how would they feel if a woman did that to them? They'd probably
think about it. You do it into them right now because you have those guys in your friend zone and they don't qualify for, but they qualify for time, attention, and resources.
Well,
but you're just like, okay, I'm just going to keep you in a friend zone forever. So we could say that that's evil too, because you know their true intentions, but you have ulterior motives to keep them in a certain place and to garner time, attention, and resources.
Don't miss. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss. No.
And I think there are some women that are actually listening to what men go through, and they're saying, yeah, you know, if I got married to I think there was somebody that referred to marriage as it was a creator that referred to marriage as a bait and switch for men. Yeah. I just put all this money on the line. I just spent all this time, all this energy, all this effort to get married to somebody. And as soon as I got married to them, all of a sudden, the thing that I actually really, really wanted as a part of the relationship, they're saying I don't get access to that. They're saying I don't deserve that. And really, honestly and truly, it's up to them when I can have it. And if I do ask for it, or if I really, really want it, and I keep on quote unquote pestering them about it or harassing them about it, then I'm a perv, or you know, it's a form of grape. So they're putting it all back on me because they don't want to do anything. All the while, maybe if you took me out every once in a while, I would. I have been. Maybe if you took me out, plan a proper date, I have been. We just came from a date. Yeah, but it wasn't. Shut up. It was what it was supposed to be. You just don't want to hold up to your end of the bargain. That's what's happening.
Women, get out of here with this notion that we are oppressed. We are not oppressed. I've just seen this meme that said we need feminism because men's rights don't vary by state like women's do. So with this delusion, do y'all realize that there are actually some privileges that we have that men don't have? And this one's about to sing, but someone's got to say it. Do you know a man has 0 reproductive rights like you do, like I do? Once that man's DNA leaves his body, he has no say-so. He can't choose adoption. He can't choose to walk away. But guess what? You can. And remember, I've said this before, it's all about equality until that accountability shows up. Paternity fraud laws are different in each state. Did you know that safe haven laws in all 50 states protect women? A woman can surrender a baby. A man can't. Sounds like a legal right that women have that men don't.
So I think that a lot of women be thinking that they be doing men favors, right? So have you ever heard a woman say, oh yeah, girl, I just settled for him. He wasn't even my type. Let me tell you something about men. Men don't want y'all favors, right? And the worst thing that you can do to a man that they just really don't like is sit up there and act like you settled for this man. Because a man coming in your life and making your life better by helping to pay bills, by being there for you emotionally, by supporting you, all these things that you expect a man to do, he's also adding value to your life. So how dare you say that, oh, I just settled for him? No, leave him alone. Let him find a woman that will value him, and then you go be with somebody else that may be settling for you. Let's talk about it. I need y'all to get yourselves together.
Just know what you're up against when you deal with a lot of these modern women.
I told people before, they're like, oh, you hate all men. I'm like, I've never said that, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I don't give a But also, like, yeah, don't you? Haven't you ever spent time with one? They're f***ing awful. Like, have you ever seen a group of guys out, like all straight dudes, and they're all laughing? Have you ever been like, God, I wonder what they're laughing at? No. When they're laughing, I'm going, What are they doing? Something bad, probably.
I'm like, they probably just hit a woman.
They're probably high-fiving over a slur.
I wonder if you said, every time I see a bunch of women laughing, I think they're up to no good. They're either cheating, they're on their phone doing something scandalous, they're disrespecting men, they're trying to figure out how to take advantage of men. How do you think that Drew Afwalo and her friends would receive that information? You would be labeled a misogynist, you would be labeled a sexist, all the labels would come out.
Oh my God, there's no way. You can't be single. You gotta have a secret woman. Oh my God, you're so handsome, you have a good job. Because they want slaves. Women don't want partners, baby girl, okay? Listen to me. Women don't want partners, they want slaves. ATMs, do I look, man? I know I got some broad shoulders, I hit the gym. Now, I ain't no ATM, you feel me? My money. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing all that. He don't spend it on me. I'm not gonna spend it on you. Get your home. I'll spend it on my wife, and none of y'all got wifey material characteristics, so as far as I've seen. So yes, I will continue to be single. I'm happy being single without the headaches. So stop asking me. Smart men are single. Trust me.
Women that don't need men, I need to ask you something, okay? Girl, come here, sit down, because I need to know something. When you need to get your roof fixed, and a man turns up at the door, do you be like, no, I need a woman? Do you wait until a woman then turns up? And what if they don't have a woman in that company? Are you gonna sue them then? Because I don't get it. I'm just wondering. And another thing, I need to ask you this as well. When you take the car to the mechanic and it's a man working on your car, do you turn around and say no, I don't need a man? Do you then go to all over the place to find a woman that can work on your car? Because I just need to know.
You want me to tell you another secret about women that they will never admit to? They will take it to the grave. Women will absolutely treat a man differently and have different standards for that man based on if they see them as a good potential partner. For example, if a man doesn't present as somebody that makes a lot of money, she is actually going to expect that expensive dinner date from him on that first date. Whereas if she knows that somebody makes $500,000 a year, she will absolutely accept that coffee date. Trust me.
I'm gonna say something controversial. Men need to stop taking women on dates.
I'm so done with this fraud. Get your best friend and take her out of here.
You need to stop going on date. I'm gonna say why. You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff.
That's not dumb. Disillusion me, baby, all day.
What has that gotten you? Where are
That's
they?
it.
Exactly. So stop doing it. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. If you want to know if a woman is interested in you for real and wants to not just use you as a meal plan, because let me tell you, a lot of my homegirls are going out with you because they are bored. They don't have nothing to do. They're not over the other dude. Somebody else in Vegas or New York hasn't hit her back yet, so she's going out with your stupid.
Jenny better eat the
She got us. I've been there, so stop taking her out on dates.
And what do you do to get to know them?
Don't buy her anything. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. It should be free.
Pick me
Face. I don't care.
Because
FaceTime. Talk to her on FaceTime. Talk to her on the phone. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore and put in any effort? It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him. That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore or don't care to put in effort. And a relationship won't work unless the guy likes the girl just a tiny little bit more. He has to like her just the tiniest bit more for it to work in the long haul. So it would make sense if a guy really wanted to get to know you, that he would go leaps and bounds to get to know you. And when did that shift?
Because if a man persisted like that in today's dating world, he would at the very least be called a creep. And at the worst, he'd be going to jail. That is the reality that a lot of men face. So that, in combination with the fact that women are not really reciprocating effort and they're not treating men very well right now, there is a large group of men that are saying that it's just not worth it. And they would say that women have asked for it. They have asked men to leave them alone. So guess what, ladies? They're leaving you alone.
If your man not giving you a chain like this, he don't
don't love you, Bookie Boo. He don't love you. He don't love you.
Paris. Paris, Uncle Mama loved me, but he didn't give me a chain like that.
He don't love you. He don't love you.
Paris.
He don't love you. He don't love you. He don't love you. He don't.
Take this bitch's kids away.
And then you wonder why there's so many children that grow up to become hoes. They're selling their, they're doing the most abrasive with their lives. And it's all because of their single mothers promoting sexuality, probably sucking right next to their kids. A lot of yous do that. As the man said, take that bitch's kids away. It's so easy. Even a caveman can do it.
What's your body count?
My body count? I'd say like under 5.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, there's a couple situations in which like I don't feel like they count. For example, like if I meet a fan and we decide to do content, I don't consider that part of body count. If I go on a girls trip, whatever happens in that girls trip, I feel like that doesn't count as a body count.
So if you get drunk, 5 guy,
didn't happen. It doesn't count because it just doesn't. I feel like the only times I consider body count is when I'm like invested in what I'm doing and like in an emotional way.
So if you met the man of your dreams right now and he wants to spend the rest of his life with you and he says, I just have to ask you one question, just be honest, it doesn't matter. What's your body count? What would you say?
I would be honest. I would say under 5.
Don't you up. Start texting that woman because you miss her. Don't nobody give a that it's Thanksgiving. Don't nobody give a that it's Christmas. Don't nobody give a that it's Black Friday and the holidays, and she don't give a about you. Don't you text her. Don't you reach out to her, and stop all that right now, fellas. Do not reach out to that woman. Stand firm, stand strong, move on with your life because she's not thinking about you or spending the holidays with you. Don't use this as a moment to where you think you're gonna be able to slip back in, get in this woman's good graces, and y'all gonna start all over again because you're delusional as a mother if you think that's gonna happen. That. Move on with your life, stay strong. Don't you reach out to that woman. Happy holidays.
Does that diminish a woman's value in your view to be promiscuous and to build up that body count like a man?
I'll say to you this way. Somebody comes in for a job interview.
Yeah.
And in the last 5 years, they've had 20 jobs. How do you look at them?
It's a problem.
It's a problem. Somebody comes
wrong.
for a job interview and they're 32 years old. And from 22 till 32, they've worked at 2 companies. How do you look at them?
Yeah, positive.
Positive. No matter who you work with, no matter what company you go to, there's going to be conflicts. The fact that this person was able to stay at 2 companies for 12 years tells me they're mentally tough, they're emotionally tough, they don't jump to conclusions. The same exact way we don't like to see people with too many jobs on their resume, we don't like to see too many boyfriends and body count on the resume for women.
And you know the weird thing about having zero reproductive rights, it is essentially, and this is what men are upset about, a lot of times modern women are getting do-overs. They're getting second chances. Oh, I made a mistake, I want to fix it this way. But once something leaves a man, it leaves a man's hands, it's out of his realm, he gives it away, that's when a man has to be accountable. That's what, even before that, honestly and truly, but once, okay, you decided to do this with a woman, there's nothing you can do. And there's nothing we're going to do to help you. You got to live with this decision. And if this woman decides to keep the baby, then, and she takes it to term, you're going to pay for this child. If not, we're going to put you in jail. Just to show you how serious we are about you maintaining and taking care of your responsibilities. That's what they're saying to men. You will take care of your responsibilities. But for a lot of these ladies out here, you don't have to. It's your choice whether you want to take care of your responsibilities or not.
Men do a lot to be better men, and they're not told to keep a woman. But women are trying to prove that they don't need a man. But it's like the opposite.
Because when we get money so that we can take on dependence. I can have a family. I can have kids. When women get money, it's for your independence. I don't need a man. I don't need this. I can buy my own house. But if you do that, you take away his need. If you got the house, the car, and he has no purpose for that relationship. So he will not have the vigor it takes to make sure that the relationship is abundant, joyous, and in harmony. He doesn't have the joy.
He can provide emotional intelligence.
It don't work like that. You can't tell a man what's intrinsically important to him just because you want it to be important. When you take away, that's why so many successful women are single. That's why. And I'm not saying that their decision was right or wrong. I am saying that they're devoid of being able to pair bond with the kind of man they want. And if they're going to successfully pair bond or have a half a chance at it, they got to date down.
Provide me loyalty. I can finance myself.
A man don't operate like that. If a man is a man, we're natural teachers. So if we're not trying to teach you what we know, we really don't like you. That's the quickest way to see if a man. What does that got to do with
loyalty?
I just said men don't work like that.
Right.
I started off with that. That platitude means nothing to a man. You can repeat it, regurgitate it, and put it on your picture 3 times and your story, and the man still ain't gonna resonate with, I can buy my own car, give me loyalty. No. Intrinsically, we have to feel needed and necessary to the relationship. You came having everything. You don't listen. You have an attitude and you think your accolades, your success, and your bank account makes us an equal.
Yeah,
and it does not.
I asked, what does that have to do with loyalty? I didn't say she's got an attitude, she's got this. No, what if she's in her feminine and she just wants loyalty?
The way a man sees loyalty ain't necessarily the way a woman sees loyalty, because we're hardwired differently. If he cannot build with her and further build her up, that relationship will end 1 year from now, 6 months from now, 3 years from now. If he cannot come in and build with you, build you up, further his provision and get you on his page, the relationship won't work unless you date down. You have to date down because those are where the betas are.
The best thing a woman can do for a man is to let him be a man.
In a couple of days, it is going to be June.
Well, it's June the 12th now. I'm so slow. 13th. It's June the 13th.
Which means that the men are going to come out of the woodworks and talk about their mental health for Men's Mental Health Month.
Literally what Men's Mental Health Month was designed to do. But let's act surprised by it.
And then demand that you as a woman give a about it.
Hey there, you, that thing about you, I want to make it about me. Nobody's demanding anything, especially to this lady who made this video prior to Men's Mental Health Month. She really wanted to hammer home how much she really didn't give a shit about you fellas. Which is weird, considering the majority of men and women on this planet actually do care about their male friends and family and their mental health. Like men do the same in reverse, but you know.
I'll keep in mind that these men who are going to be posting about men's mental health have done absolutely zero advocacy work for women over the past year.
Kind of find it a little bit ironic that this creator thinks that advocacy is transactional, because I don't remember the last time she said anything positive about men. You see, what you can do is you can talk about things on the internet that's close to you and not talk about other things, but still care about the other things that you don't talk about. See how that works? It's interesting, isn't it? A lot of people don't seem to realise this, and some people need to just get off the internet, go outside, touch grass, and meet real people.
Let me also add that the biggest victims of men's mental health struggles are going to be the women and children around them.
Statistically inaccurate, but, you know, not completely false. But what you have done is actually told your lady followers a very good reason why we should care about men's mental health. Good job.
The only person responsible for the management of your mental health struggles is you.
Kind of agree, but, you know, a bit of an empathetic support network around you would be really helpful. But this next bit...
I also want to remind you that women are not responsible for why men cannot talk about their mental health struggles.
And yet the reason why many of us don't is because we've heard stuff like...
The only person responsible for the management of your mental health struggles is you. Do I have to care about random men on the internet's mental health? No.
I agree.
But you do have the space to speak about that.
And it clearly doesn't bother her.
But you guys chose to listen to Andrew Tate and fall down the red pill pipeline.
Oh, get off the internet, because you're behaving exactly like Andrew Tate. Ladies, men don't care about you, you should hate them all. Andrew Tate now, ready? Fellas, women don't care about you, you should... Go outside. Make some friends.
Now you think that going on a walk will fix your schizophrenia.
Going on a walk will help your mental health. It won't fix a psychological disorder. I don't know what she's trying to get at.
When men on a mass scale start advocating for women's issues and start caring about liberating women, maybe then women will give a about your mental health issues, but that is not going to be this June.
There's many experiences that men go through that women don't understand and vice versa. The trick is to teach each other and learn and be empathetic as opposed to being transactional or competitive about it, which is exactly what we're watching right now.
You guys have not put in the work to deserve the sympathy and empathy from women.
Imagine if I come onto this app and I said, I know you went through something traumatic, but you've not earned my empathy.
And the work from women to advocate for your struggles.
You don't have to advocate for people's struggles to care. You can even challenge people's opinions about things and still care. Imagine that. You can still care, regardless. Mad.
And I finally just want to say, I finally reached the understanding of why it is hard for men to get married. Because number one, you got to cut off all your hoes. Number two, now you got to allow yourself to fall in love for real. Number three, you got to meet people's family and ask for permission. You got to buy a ring. And then you do all of that and she can still say no. And then you get married, and if it don't work out, now she took all your money and she took the kids. Now the kids don't like you. And then you go through all of that, and then you meet another girl, and she's like, well, you gonna marry me. You know what? I would never, if I was a man, I probably had to just have one in me. One. Because that does seem like a lot. It seems like a lot of effort. Like for a woman, it seems like you just kind of gotta like the man. You gotta love him. You gotta see his potential. And all you gotta do is say yes. You know what I'm saying? And then you plan the wedding, and cool. But he has to go through all these mental gymnastics and these physical quests and gotta buy the perfect ring and like set it up proper. That does sound like a lot. But ultimately, it's not that I thought it's hard to get married. I've just never thought it was hard to marry me. That's all I ever thought.
So apparently there's a conversation happening online right now about should married women or women in committed relationships be going on girls' trips with their friends. Now, I think this is a maturity issue, and here's why. Some of the girls don't know how to go outside, be outside, without going to the club, getting drunk, and shaking hands. Now, that's some of you. However, some of us know how to act, right? So when I say I want to go on a girls' trip, I want to go to a cabin in the snow and journal. I want to go to the desert and go on a long hike. I want to go on a yoga retreat in the forest with my friends. And my man doesn't want to do that, and that's fine. We have different interests, and that's okay. That's the reason why people have friends. However, if the only thing you know how to do with your friends is go to the club, then yeah, you should probably stay your behind at home, because you're going to end up doing something that you're going to regret. It's only based on your maturity level and the maturity level of your friend group. Do you know how to have fun with each other without alcohol and strange men? Yes or no? That'll answer the question.
Men, I know these are some things that you might be thinking, but if you say it, you'll be crucified. So me as a woman, I'm gonna say it for you. Manipulation often wears mascara. So just because she's crying doesn't mean that she's innocent. A lot of times women are the actual aggressors in this, but society excuses it and looks at it, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Being a woman is most definitely not a character reference. Victimhood is not a personality trait. And that word that women love to use, it's trauma. Trauma explains behavior. It certainly does not excuse it. A man who yells is considered aggressive, but a woman who wants to square up like a dude and throw hands is just reactive. Ladies, you can't demand protection and then turn around and refuse correction. It doesn't work that way. Women should not automatically be believed on a claim just because they have a... If equality is what y'all are pushing for, then you better be ready for equal accountability. Some of you ladies need to stop making it your mission to go out and find a king and find some character. Y'all have a good day.
I don't think modern women understand. Yes, he can. Modern women are, well, he can provide me emotional support and this, and this. Sure he can. Sure he can. But what men keep on trying to tell you is that even though you go to work, the dynamic, the man is still going to be the man, right? The man still has a role. And essentially what you're trying to say is, well, just be an emotional support to me. That's really all I need, right? I can protect myself. I can provide for myself. When honestly and truly, if you're honest with yourself, there's some things that you don't see that a man sees. And he says, let me go ahead and fix that for you. A lot of times, out of respect for you, instead of just going and overriding what you want to do, a man will bring it to your attention and say, hey, I think we are having a little bit of trouble or some issues with this over here. And because a woman is so used to, okay, I'm just going to take care of it myself, instead of letting him do it, well, I'm going to call a professional in. Oh, well, I was just letting you know, right? Because I wanted to make the decision together. But you went on ahead and made the decision for the both of us, I guess. And, you went on ahead and did it that way. And so when, the handyman or whoever comes over to fix something, now you're asking me, oh, you're going to get mad and you're going to try to dog me out and say, oh, man, you don't never do anything. I had to call a handyman in and yada, yada, yada. You had to call a handyman in because that's what you wanted to do. You had to call somebody else in because that's what you wanted to do. You didn't respect me enough to allow me to try to do. But, well, you just didn't do it right. There's a lot of stuff that you don't do right. There's a lot of stuff that you do absolutely horrendous that I ask you to do. I request that you do it. You do it terribly. And when I say, I don't know if we should have done it like that. Oh, why don't you do it next time? And if I do it, that's a trap. If I do it and I do it like it should have been done, oh, see, now I know you never even valued me. You think you Mr. Perfect. You think. So it's always an issue. Anything that a man does, he's blocked in on all sides with the way that these modern women act. You're wondering why you don't have a man. It's because you're trying to dictate and tell the man what he needs to be doing.